So, hi everyone, we're one of the teams of the management class, and we're here with Dominic, one of the owners of a couple of Tim Hortons stores. So, hi Dominic.
Hello, Max. How are you?
Fine, you?
Very good.
So, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yes. I'm Dominic. As you said, I'm owner of 3 restaurants in Quebec region, Quebec City. We have 2 restaurants in Sainte Foy, just one beside Laval University.
Yeah.
And the other one is just in front of the Laval Hospital. And we have a third one in Saint Augustin, which is about a 10 minutes drive from here. We've been in the business for 6 years. We were originally, my wife and I were in the sales business. We were used to have a sales agency. We used to sell Oakley glasses, the Oakley business completely, Under Armour, Speedo. So we had major companies that we were representing. And one day we were looking for new challenges, and we decided to drop everything and go with Tim Hortons, where we bought 2 restaurants the first year and then another one the year after. At that time, Tim Hortons needed everybody to step into it and drop everything. So my wife and I, we've dropped everything, and we went for a 2 months formation in Montreal, just for learning
2 months.
the business. Yeah, where the 3 restaurants represent about 85 employees together, split among more or less 85 depending on the time of the year, and we feel that we present one of the brands. Tim Hortons probably considered the healthiest fast food business brand in the industry. I'm not saying the other one are not, I'm just saying that we're considered that way. And our customer base is just about everybody, like mom, dad, they're coming from everywhere. And we're probably answering an average of 1,000 customers a day, 1,500 customers a day in every one of our restaurants. So, and we have an average size restaurant, so imagine a bigger size restaurant, they probably answer close to, 2,000 customers at an average price of $4.30 Canadian. So as you see, it's a lot of people.
So, Dominic, what would you say is your philosophy when it comes to managing people?
Well, first of all, we do manage about 80, as I was telling you, 80 staff in every overall. And we always work with respect. That's the first step. Is that what you hear is that when you get into big business like this, sometimes you hear that you need to be very stiff. We are very stiff, but at the same time, we work with a lot of respect. We're always, these days, with the unemployment percentage lower than 5%, you have to be better than everybody else on managing people and your staff. So by treating them with respect, by working with their schedule, that you have to be very, very flexible. And when sometimes you start, you're going from wanting to be very stiff with everything, and sometimes you realize that you have to be a bit more flexible because of our business being a very young staff very often. We need to be flexible because we need to be flexible with the school schedule. We need to be flexible with the holidays. We need to be flexible with the outsider people. So people are from here, they go outside for holidays, Christmas, or whatever. They want to spend some summer at their place, so we need to adapt all the time. So we come back with the values that are important to us is respect. It's a kind of, I give you, you give me. And if we work like this, people will understand very quickly that they don't work for me. They work for themselves. Yeah. Because if they work for themselves, they will do better. If they work for me, they will probably become average because they'll lower their bar. If they work for themselves and they want to be better, hopefully. And then, if they want to write my name on their for their next job as a reference, I'll be very happy to give them good reference because they have raised their own bar. So we're demanding, but the philosophy is to you give me and I'll give you.
So now the topic of the day is human resource management. And since that was the topic, we were wondering what's sort of the main things you have to keep in mind when working in human resource management.
Well, I'll direct you towards what we do at Tim Hortons, okay?
Yeah.
And what it's also based on what my philosophy is on this. But as you know, as I maybe mentioned to you, is that 75% of our staff works at minimum wage.
Oh,
So
wow.
we have a challenge of recruiting, and we have a challenge of finding the right people for our business. We know that employees are the heart and soul of our business.
Yeah.
We know that if the business is going to be stepping up, it's because of the quality of our staff. And that becomes very important when you do your recruitment. You say that, recruitment,
Yeah.
hiring people, okay? So we probably spend, overall in the H&R, I probably spend 80% of my time on
Wow.
human resources. People, we recruit them online. We recruit them in the paper, still good in the paper. We recruit them into the Tim Hortons website. So people can apply at our restaurants through these different platforms, exactly. I do probably 95% of the interviews myself. So sometimes I don't have the time. So I have also the managers that are doing some part of it. But they know what we're looking for. We know where we want to go with the staff.
Yeah.
We don't hit 100%. We're very happy if we hit 75% of our success in the people we are, because of the reasons I explained before. No, it's minimum wage. Very often we have students. So the challenge is always there. The interviews, well, we explain them, like in the interviews, we're trying to find out, we explain the norms and rules of Tim Hortons, because Tim Hortons has many very specific rules. And the biggest challenge is to make sure that our staff, they know exactly what the rules are and the norms are.
Yeah.
So after you've done the interview and you're able to select the right people, then you need to go and form and train them. And if I tell you anything else than that, Tim Hortons' priority number one, and obviously our priority, is that training is the number one issue and number one number one in importance in the scale of things that are asked by Tim Hortons. So every single person has to train about 8 hours online.
All right.
Just 8 hours online. So we hire them, we show them around. They spend a couple hours training on computer. They go work for a few hours. We put them back on computers. So they're consistently in training.
Yeah.
Okay, they are obviously, they keep adding new product, they keep adding new rules, they keep adding new norms all the time. So the staff has to be informed and be always on top.
Be up to date.
Exactly. What will give it that? What will the training will give us in a good training? That will give us a better retention, because people, if we train them well, they will perform better, and that will bring some results for sure. That if they're well trained, the results will be there. If they're well trained, we will keep them because they'll be happy in what they do. So if they're happy in what they do, that will give you results also. It will increase in productivity also. If they're well trained, they'll retain them, then the productivity of everyone will be better. It just follows through.
Yeah.
And it's also bring better results. And then finally, once you go through these steps, if you have people that are reliable, punctual, have some people skills, and at the end of the day, we have a better chance, and they are good team workers, we have a better chance to have a good, successful business.
All right. So now, human resources must be a pretty delicate topic. I'm sure you had a couple of problems in that topic.
Yeah, over the 6 years we did face some challenges, and there's one in mind that I have that I've been dealing with for 2 or 3 years and trying to solve my problem.
Wow.
It was a lady that I hired at one of my restaurants. She was around 50 years old, and when I hired her, she didn't meet every criteria that really would satisfy me, but she had the main criteria. She was available to work at nighttime.
All
So
right.
her shift was from 23 hours until the morning at 7 in the morning. So sometimes when you have a night shift, maybe you lower a bit
You're a bit more
your
flexible.
expectations are a bit more flexible. You take a chance. Also, her age was something important to me because the area was an older people area. So sometimes when they only see younger people, the older people sometimes they want to see let's say a better balance
Yeah.
in the age of the staff that we hired. So I hired a lady. I can tell that her background was difficult. I can tell that her, let's say, education level was not at the highest, which I'm not expecting, but at the same time, it was a challenge, but still, I hired her. So she was doing the night shift. And and she was very reliable. She was there on time. She was there. She was always there. She was punctual. She was there every day. She was available if I needed an extra 30 minutes. So she was meeting exactly what I wanted. So, but what we did is we closed the restaurant at nighttime because of we wanted to make sure it was a healthy business. So to make sure that we couldn't afford to be open at night. So we opened at night and we closed at night, and then I put her at the nighttime, which was a shift from 15 hours until 23 hours. So the lady was still on time. The lady was very stiff on the rules. She knew the norms. She was well trained. She was able to do many things in the restaurant. She worked there a lot, but we realized shortly that there was some opening in the morning, so we said, okay, maybe we try her in the morning. But every time I could see that there were some challenges. So if you remember what I was telling you before, like if people are well trained, they do this. She had everything.
Yeah.
She was well trained. She was there for a couple of years, so she had everything. But there was always something that didn't work, and then I put her then in the morning, and she was always a kind of personality that was always criticizing the others. So her personality was that she wanted to criticize. She didn't want to be the supervisor of the restaurant because she wouldn't be able to criticize anybody. So the higher you get, so sometimes you get people when you're down, when you're not down, but if you're one of the staff, then you criticize whoever is in front of you. That was her mentality. She had a difficult background, and it was putting her up to be on top, to criticize the one on top of her. So what we did is we moved her to the morning shift. She worked at 4 in the morning, she was on time. She worked at 5 in the morning, she was on time. She never missed any shift. She was always there all the time. But at the end of the day, it was a challenge because she couldn't work as a team, in a team.
All right.
Remember what I told you? She's reliable. She is punctual. She's been there for a few years. She's well trained. She knows it, but she's not a team player. And if we remember that, and this is what I try to remember of everything, is that as soon as I see that somebody cannot fit in the team, I can have the 13 best player on my team or the 12 best player on my team. It doesn't mean I will have a better team. Yeah. I need to balance people in there. I need people that accept their role, and I need people who are able to control the situation. And that was the biggest problem I had with the lady.